myself, Hill-Rennie. I run ohsomanycrafts.blogspot.com as a blog. I am the New Zealand Cricut product expert, and I also have the Facebook group New Zealand Cricut. I am going to do some videos, and this is the introduction to my videos, just to let you know who I am. Thank you for watching. Hi. Now, some people have been having trouble trying to cut out things that are larger than the print and cut. I've actually found this little crocodile, which is drinking a cup of coffee, and he's got some words that go with him. Now, if you look over into my layers panel over here, you will see that he would actually print and cut. But I'm assuming that you've got something larger than the print and cut that you want to cut. But if I show you that on this one, it might make it so that you can understand doing something bigger. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this one, which is the shadow of this one. Well, it's actually not a shadow, it's a duplicate of the crocodile, exactly the same size as the crocodile. Now, this is what we want to be able to print or cut, actually, this little crocodile. So what I'm going to do is I've measured the crocodile, and he's 7.6 inches high, and if I put this one over the top of this one, you'll see that it obliterates it completely. So what we need to do is we need to work out where this one's going to cut on the mat, lift the paper, and then put this one underneath him. Now, I've got this printed out on a sheet of cardstock, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to cut this one out by utilising the outline of this one. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to make it, then I'm going to say on the mat, and I'm going to, it's already defaulted to the cut screen, so I can either cut him right at the top in there, which makes it easy for placement when you do that. Otherwise, bring them into the centre like this. Now, if you bring them into the centre like this, you've got more room. However, remember we're working on an 8.5 by 12 inch piece, and if you go into the material size, you will see that there is 8.3 by 11.7, 8.5 by 11, and that's what my material is. So as soon as we do that, we realise we can't use up the whole space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him down about 1.5 inches. Now, there's no way that I could say I'm going to put the next one in at that rate. But if we try this, we're going to go now to continue. And it's not finding my maker. Right. Now, the first paper that goes on the mat is going to be a simple sheet of computer paper. Now, I'm going to line it up on the white area around, the white line around the side. So if I can show you that, I will. However, I'm going to put it into the Cricut, and first of all I've got to tell it which one I'm making. So I'm going to be working on acetate. No, I want, oops, artboard. Now it's paper. Foam, foil, vinyl, leather, vinyl. Oh dear, that to me we haven't got paper. Paper. Now, if we come down here, you'll find copy paper, 20 pound, which is 75 grams, and I'm going to highlight that because I can do that, and I also want to select it for here. Now it will only be selected for the cut screen if you tick it, so just remember when you put the little star in there, sometimes it doesn't tick, and it will come in now. I'm not going to put remember material because what I'm going to do is just straight cut it out. So that's right, the machine now is flashing to load it, so I'm going to load the machine, and before I press the button to start it, it's just measuring the paper at the moment, I'm going to see whether I can change cameras. Hi, now we're back on the camera again. I'm hoping we're back on the camera again. Let me just check. And so now you can see the paper in the machine. I'll take that back a little so that you can see it. And just see it's waiting for me. I've chosen the paper, which is just ordinary computer paper I've used. And I'm going to press the go button. And it's now going to hopefully cut out the image that I want it to. Now, I've chosen just to cut out the outside of the image so that it's going to hopefully be able to lift up the paper and put the original one on, and we'll be able to do that. Now I'm just going to, I've anchored the paper at the top so that it doesn't fall out, because usually when I don't anchor it, it will come off. Now you can see I've taken the little piece off that is where that was going to go. Now I'm going to lift the paper and slide this under it. Now this is why I've put it down as far as I have, and I may even have to trim off the top of the thing to put it under there, but that looks pretty good now. Whoop. Now I'm going to go back to my machine, and I want it to do it again, but of course I've got it on computer paper, so I'm not going to check unload material. I'm going to press the cut again button, and I'm going to press that, and because I've only got it on computer paper, I may have to cut this twice. I'm sure you can see it cutting there. I'm telling it that it's being a good little machine, so hopefully it is being a good little machine and it'll cut it all out. Now it's going to spit it out for us, and I'm just going to lift this bottom paper again now, and see, no, it hasn't cut it all for us, but at the moment I didn't expect that because I've got it on paper. I wouldn't expect it to cut it all, and I don't see how we can go back unless we unload the material, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to press it again. And as only the Cricut can do, it's going to cut in exactly the same place simply because I haven't unloaded the paper. So I could cut it 2 or 3 times and it will stay in the same place and it will cut exactly right. So this is how I'm doing it at the moment, and it's going to spit it out again at me, and let's see. This time, yes, it's actually cut it. Now I'll unload the paper this time. Now this is my piece of A4 paper that I put on the top, anchored at the top, as you'll see, and there's my little image that I've cut out. I'll take him off so that you can see him, and in actual fact it's cut him out beautifully, and there he is. So if you're stuck where you've got a print and cut that's too big, just think that you might have another way of being able to do it. And so I hope that helps.